What's up, guys? Welcome to episode 151 of Nintendo Pow Block. I'm one of your hosts, Corey Dirrig, and alongside me, as always, is that retro code, Eddie V.
This needs a remake, and it needs to come back on Switch. Hello, everybody.
What, Samus Returns?
Super Metroid.
Oh, Super Metroid. All right, well, that's fine, too.
But yeah, give me Samus Return.
Give them all. Give me them all. You know what I mean? Just throw them all on there. Just remake them all. Ed, yes. I'm very excited to be loud and obnoxious today because my wife and kid are out of the house. And I know the last couple of weeks have been kind of like, you know, almost NPR-ish. But, you know, I can be loud. I can be boisterous. I can just be excited. And, Ed, we've got a lot to talk about today. I'm kind of excited because this is kind of like the first real episode that we're diving into our new kind of format, even though, you know, 150 we kind of did, but it was more about reading the questions than stuff. So also Jesse's not here. He's not going to be here for a couple weeks. Just taking care of some family things and doing stuff. So yeah, he's not going to be with us for 2 weeks, I think he said. But it was kind of an emergency this week, which is totally understandable. But yeah, send good vibes Jesse's way, and at Phantom Maggot AX on Twitter. Send him some good love. Anyways, we're starting a new format, our more conversational format this week, about what we've been playing and kind of news-ish conversations instead of, you know, the robotic way of listing things and whatever. So, I'm excited, man. 151, Ed.
Well,
who's downloading the show still? Who's downloading the show still?
I think a lot of people are.
I mean, like, come on. I just can't believe it, really. But, you know, whatever. It's our show. It's been a good time. So we're this is actually the last episode, everybody. We're wrapping it up.
Oh no!
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm just kidding, Ed. And before we actually really get into the show, you know, I want to tell you that I appreciate you, and I'm really happy that you and I started this show and doing it, and I really appreciate you and podcasting with you and listening to your often outlandish opinions and sometimes wrong. That's okay. You're allowed to be wrong.
I'm wrong till I'm opinionated until I'm proven wrong.
I know. I'm just messing with you. I just sometimes we like don't have the same opinions on things, and I just like to say it's okay to be wrong.
Hey, I took the L with the Pokemon thing.
Hey, man, it's fine. It's fine. You know what? It's all right. That's what this show is built on. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Man. We're gonna skip housekeeping today since, you know, we've got a lot to kind of discuss. We're gonna jump into what we've been playing. Ed, I'm gonna start because I've been playing some interesting games, and I know you reviewed one of them. So,
yes,
I kind of want to start today. I've been playing. First, I'm gonna start off with this little indie game called Hook. It's this. It's literally just a simple kind of relaxing puzzle game where it's basically you have these straight. You pretty much, it looks like you're kind of lock picking almost the puzzles, the way the puzzles are designed, and you have to figure out which pieces to move before you move these other ones, because the two basic forms I've encountered so far are just there's ones that go straight up and down or side to side or however they are, but then there's ones with little hooks in them, which is where the title comes into play, I guess, where like sometimes you have to move the straight ones to move the curved ones, that way you can kind of finish the puzzle that way. And like at first, like the first 10 puzzles or so were like super easy and whatever, and like I'm still in a point at the game where the puzzles are simple, and I don't know if they're going to get any harder than what they are, but it's just enough of a challenge to where, hey, I'm going to play this for maybe 10 or 15 minutes before I go to bed, you know, and kind of work my brain before I fall asleep here. And like, it's really fun. It's only $1.99 on the eShop. It's not on sale. It's not any type of promotion or anything. It's just $1.99. So,
yes. And listen to everybody, before we had this recording, I brought the game on Switch.
Yeah.
I took the look at the picture and I was just like, I love puzzles. I love puzzle games. You know, of course we talk about Tetris.
Which we'll continue to talk about Tetris today.
Right. Puzzle Planet League, or Planet Puzzle League, that stuff like that. I love when I could get myself into a new puzzle, even with Box Boy and stuff. It's just like, I love something that works my mind, because just like you said, Corey, it feels like it's 10 or 15 minutes, but sometimes you get like sucked in, and it's like an hour or so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, it's puzzle games are fun, and you just get like, this has that nice kind of loop where like you're like, oh man, I just solved that puzzle, I'm gonna do one more, and then you end up doing like 10 or 15 more, and a half hour goes by, and you're like,
yes,
dang, I should probably go to bed. Just one more.
Dude, literally that's Pushmo all day for me.
Yeah, Pushmo, man, what a great game. Where's that game on Switch? You know what I mean? Where's that game on Switch? Where's Pushmo? Where's the Pushmo collection? We're getting Box Boy. Where's Pushmo? That's the next one.
It's at the Nintendo E3 conference.
Oh, jeez.
I could just see it being like a surprise at their Treehouse Live. You'd be like, oh, dang it.
I'm surprised there's not a Pushmo level in Smash.
Oh.
And like all the little dudes that push the blocks around, like just push in and out different platforms.
Messing up your fighting and stuff. Ooh, that'd be a cool level.
I know. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah, this is a good show. I'm feeling really good. So I played about an hour of Hook. It's good. I really recommend. Look, man, it's cheaper than a cup of coffee. You might as well just buy it, right? It's awesome. I tried a little bit of Fortnite on Switch because they made those changes to the season, or to the season pass, but like the map and everything, season 8, and it's cool. It's got like a little cool pirate theme. I kind of want some of the outfits, but I'm not spending $15 on an outfit. I'm sorry, I got games to buy. You know what I mean? Division just came out. I got other things to buy. You know. So
did you get that for PS4, or you still didn't on one?
What, Division?
Yeah.
I got it on PS4 because my Xbox, it won't connect to the internet.
Oh, okay.
I still have to send it in, and like, you know, we need to talk about it, and it sucks because I bought Anthem on Xbox originally, and I couldn't connect to the internet, and so I did a hard reset on my Xbox last night, and started re-downloading everything because it connected. Yeah. But when I woke up this morning, my Xbox was off, so I don't know. My wife might have come in and turned it off because she doesn't like it when things are running because it makes the electric bill go up.
Oh.
So, my wife is very, like, you know, money kind of... She watches everything like a hawk, and I'm just kind of like, oh, okay, here's the rent money, whatever. I'm going to go buy games because... You know, you don't have any hobbies, so I'm gonna go buy my hobby. No, I'm just kidding. She does a good job of making sure we stay alive and fed and alive. You know, I'm just the big kid who runs around the house. So, yeah. So I played a little bit of that. It's Fortnite. It still plays the same. It's fine. I don't know. I like Fortnite enough, but there's other games that I just would rather play, you know, and I'm actually kind of surprised the Division doesn't have some sort of Battle Royale mode, which I'm sure it will in the future, but...
Please don't.
You know, we'll figure it out later. But I also downloaded another cheap game called Fear Effect Sedna, which was the atrocious third game that came out last year. And what I played so far... It's not terrible. It's not good. It's not good, but it's not terrible. It's a little slow. Mm-hmm. When you're moving around the environments, it's really slow. You know, I only played for like 15 minutes. I was like, man, this is slow, and I'm tired. And the Division just got done downloading. I'm just gonna jump in here and play that. But I'm gonna play it because like the concept is cool. I don't know how bad it gets, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna try to stick it out, and it was only $1.79 or something. It was on sale instead of $30. I'm like, Well, it's probably worth checking out this hot mess for, $2. I bought a lot of cheap games this week. Speaking of games on sale, another game I want to talk about is actually probably the highlight of my week. Gris or Gris. I think it's Gris. Yeah, it's for those of you that don't know, everything is like hand drawn in this game. The animations, it kind of looks like you're watching like a it kind of gives me this weird like flip book vibe. It doesn't like it. I think the game runs at 60 frames a second, but the way they distribute the frames makes it look like it's running at maybe like 20 frames a second, and it's very deliberate. Basically, the whole concept of the game is you're trying to return color to the world, and I've played about 2 hours of it. I think I'm probably about halfway through, because from what I've read, it's not a very long game.
No, it's not. It's about 2 to 3 hours.
Yeah, so I mean, I might actually almost be done. But I'm also like taking my time and walking around everything, trying to make sure I can get places and stuff. So, it's a very beautiful game. It's not a game that I think you would play for just for fun. It's really trying to deliver something different, and I really appreciate that. And like just the hand-drawn style and just the way they use the colors, and when you return colors to the world, the way they like re-implement the colors into the world is just something really awesome. Like that, probably like maybe 20 or 30 minutes in, whenever you unlock the red and like you're kind of like falling down and like you just kind of see the sun kind of come up behind you, and you run over and you kind of climb this tower, and then you just see the big red sun kind of behind you, and it gives you the title of the game or whatever. Man, what a cool moment. I took some snapshots of it. You can go to my Twitter and check it out. Some screenshots from Switch. It's a really cool game. It's on sale right now for $14. It kind of reminds me of like if Journey was hand drawn in 2D almost. It's a game that you can't really fail at, right? It's just one of those games where like you just kind of move through the world and kind of check out the art. And there's this moment where like you kind of walk across and there's two kind of broken hands laying on the ground, and like I kind of just like stood there and like looked at it. I'm like, man, somebody like really studied the intricacies of how a hand works to draw this. And
because Aaron, everybody, I have a review of the game on NGR Radio, and I kind of feel like this, and I've never would ever think I would say this or think this. I think Santa Monica needs to look at this art style and make a God of War game out of this, because it fits right up their alley of God of War had this art style. Mm-hmm. They can still do their big thing for their console, but I would just like a nice story, some good combat, and some well-designed art with this.
You know what they could do, honestly? Like before like God of War 5 comes out or whatever.
Yeah.
They could use this kind of concept, and you know how Assassin's Creed came out with those 2D kind of platformy things.
Yes.
A couple years ago at this point, like they could kind of tell the story in between God of War 3 and God of War 2018 via this art style of how he got to this area of the world and how he kind of restarted his life or whatever. Like I think that would be a really cool way to tell that particular story, And yeah, you could add some combat in there if you want, but if they were just to release this as like just some kind of thing, that'd be really cool. There's a game on PS4 called Apotheon that does something similar to this. It kind of reminds me of if Guacamelee was done in like a Greek art style with like pottery, like like the art you see on the side of old Greek pottery and stuff.
Yes,
that's pretty much what Apotheon is. It's kind of like Guacamelee with that, but like I think that would be really cool to infuse this art style with that and kind of make some sort of 2D side-scrolling thing to explore. I agree with you. That's actually a really cool idea.
Yeah, it's because it's just when you get further into the game, the art and the color is just so like this is an artistic expression game.
Yeah.
And it's just something so captivating that I feel like I'm glad someone did something different in 2018, and I want to see this continue forth because I think these are now the kind of the games that I'm looking for. And we talked about this about graphics and art styles, just like this is what kind of makes indie games and big AAA games separate, and why some indie games stand out personally for me better than some of the first and third party AAA because they're taking a risk doing an art style and doing something they've never seen. Even when I seen Cuphead, I praised the developers who did Cuphead because it's something that we never seen, and that made me want that game more.
Yeah, and like I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Odyssey and The Division and stuff, and like I really appreciate those games a lot, but like when you boot up an Assassin's Creed game or The Division or something along those lines, gameplay and stuff aside, like what you're going to get when you turn those games on, like a realistic style, kind of gritty kind of that type of game where if the indie developers take more of a risk in terms of art style and gameplay and stuff, and sometimes it works out and really stand out, like Gris does, and Hollow Knight and Shovel Knight, and even Ape Out. They do some really cool things with art and gameplay that maybe these bigger companies just don't take the risk on because they have shareholders to appease and that kind of thing. So I agree with you 100%, I guess is what I'm saying. I just am rambling again. Man, I've been playing a lot on Switch, dude. I've been playing Ape Out a little bit. I really suck at it, but it's fun to throw people into walls and stuff. It's there's going to be a quick up going up sometime this week of a lot of these games because we got some feedback on YouTube content, or the lack of recently, and like I know we've just all been busy, and I'm trying to get stuff prepared, and we have Ed and I are going to have a meeting about Pow Block's YouTube page and see what we want to do with that, and see if we can kind of across the board, actually every channel, we just want to kind of like provide at least a quality video or two a week instead of like trying to get things out just to get them out. So but we'll revisit that topic later. I've been playing Starlink, a little bit of Starlink. That flying feels really good. Just that
my copy came in, dude. Like literally, that after we talked about it and I did that order, like probably about 3 days later, it came in. I'm like, that was quick.
Yeah. Here's how it goes. I tell Ed I like a game, he buys it, and then it just that's how it works now. But yeah, I just got my little R-Wing right here. Pew pew.
Yes.
Except I had to get it digitally because this stand doesn't work. So it's fine though. It was cheap. It was on sale. And then I've been playing Wargroove still. I've been getting back into Captain Toad because that DLC came out and that trailer kind of was like, yeah, I want to play some Captain Toad. Yeah. New Super Mario Brothers U I've been playing some more of. A bunch of games that I've talked about before, but the last game I want to talk about is Tetris 99. Dude, that win still just is avoiding me. The win is avoiding me. I've come in second place. I've come in the top 5 probably. Oh gosh, probably close to 30 times now.
Yeah.
And I've probably come in second place at least half of those times. I cannot get the win, man. I cannot get the win. Why can I not get the win?
I don't know.
Oh man. I've been watching Tetris videos of how do I know when to attack? Who do I attack? That kind of thing. And what I learned is you can actually touch how they show all the other players on the side of the screen?
Yes.
You can actually touch the screens on which ones you want to attack. So I've been trying to do that. I've been trying to learn how to use the right stick and stuff, and it's I just can't get it, man. I can't get it. It's It sucks, man. I've yet to win in a Battle Royale game. You know how many Battle Royale games I've played? I've played Blackout with Jesse. I've played Apex with Matt. I've played Tetris. I've played Fortnite. I've played PUBG. I can't get a freaking win in Battle Royale. Sorry, that was my loud, angry voice. But man, Tetris 99 is so good. I even went back to Puyo Puyo Tetris and played a ton of Tetris, just regular Tetris. I almost cursed. That would have been bad for a family show. Just grinding out some Tetris and being like, I gotta do this. I played so much Puyo Puyo Tetris last week that it was like in regular Tetris in the Puyo Puyo Tetris, you get like, if you get to level 15, you win, quote unquote.
Yes.
I did it 3 times last week, and I was like, man, I'm going back Tetris 99. Do the first match in a Tetris 99, 3rd place. I was like, come on. Ugh, so close, dude. So.
I told Corey this, even Jesse, I told this in our chat. I was just like, without a doubt, Tetris 99 is already nominated for Game of the Year.
Yeah, I think it's well, I have a short list. Every game I play this year, I'm putting on this list, and then I'm going to order them at the end of the year. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Tetris 99 is up there for sure. So far this year, it's definitely in my top 3 this year, and I haven't really ordered them yet, but like that's, man, who thought in 2019 Tetris might win Game of the Year?
Right.
I mean, we said that about Tetris Effect last year, and now we're playing another Tetris game that might win Game of the Year. Jeez, man, we're just...
It's putting your skill, your actual skill, with others around the world, and not being upset about it. Well, yeah. For some people.
Yeah, so...
You just want that number 1, and when you get that number 1, I am celebrating.
I refuse to give Tetris 99 Game of the Year until I win a match. That's the deal. I would give Tetris 99 my Game of the Year if I win. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, man, Tetris 99 is really good. It's man, what a fantastic game. I'm gonna save my Xbox talk for Arsenal X, because I've been playing a ton of Assassin's Creed, and I played a ton of The Division last night. Moose and I actually went around in a wrecked shop in some Washington D.C. So, but
how far did you guys get to?
I'm like level 5.
Okay.
I haven't really done a lot of my story stuff. I just jumped in with Moose, and he's like, I think he's 1 mission ahead of me, but we just went around doing side missions, because there's a point where you unlock a bunch of side missions, and we just went around doing that so nobody would get behind in the story stuff. So,
okay,
because story missions kind of suck to replay.
Yeah, because at the point that I'm at is like it's where the beta, but the beta was where you got to save the daughter and everything.
Yeah,
but my game crashed on me, like the server crashed.
Yeah.
And I'm playing this one on one everybody. So I'm gonna go back and catch up, because that's where I actually ended the beta at. I was just like, okay, I played enough of it. I still had Elton to get through it and everything else. So I was just like, I let the beta in without wearing it. So when I finished the first part, I could start exploring more of the world.
So that's all I've been playing on Switch, really. I've been eyeing this Final Fantasy IX icon on my Switch for a while, and it keeps eluding me, man, because all these great indies keep coming out, and then my main games right now are Assassin's Creed and The Division. So, but
right, and I think Final Fantasy VII is
it's out already. It's out already. It
dropped.
Yeah, I think it came out Thursday. Yeah, it's out because I saw it on the eShop. Unless I saw it under like coming soon, games coming soon. It might be Tuesday. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. We all know how much I love Final Fantasy VII, so I'm really up to date on that game. But Ed, what have you been playing this week?
Okay, so like I said, I've been playing Tetris 99, still in the 50 range. I'm gonna get back up to. I'm trying to get to 12 and trying to get up there. Widow Quartz. I played Widow Quartz X, the demo, the one that I downloaded last week, and it's pretty much people who could think of Geometry Wars, but like in the 8-bit thing. I played it with the Joy-Cons, and I think I'm gonna end up playing it with the Pro Controller, and it's quite fun.
What's this game called?
Widow Corpses EX.
Oh, okay, I know. Okay, yeah. Okay.
So it has like some sexy girl anime picture on it, but then you play it and you be like, "What the world is this?" But it's kind of cool, very arcadey, very fun.
Nothing like a sexy anime girl to sell a game. Am I right?
Yeah. But really, I've been focusing on Harvest Moon Light of Hope Special Edition. I kind of actually did something stupid because I didn't think about it, and it actually made me progress the game. So there's a mine that you go in, and you go in that mine to get some resources like iron or like diamonds and stuff. Well, I was just like, okay, why is this only one level and I'm not going anywhere? And the game does not teach you this at all. So I'm digging around and I hit something and there's another ladder. It takes me down to the second level of the mine. And I'm like, uh-oh, I didn't know this. Because I was just wondering, I'm just like, how am I going to get these materials so I could upgrade my items and stuff? Dude, I'm at like, I think level 31. And it just like kept mining and getting stuff. And like it helped me open up some more shops and stuff and more pieces of the land. And I was just like, I'm sucked into this game. I got me a cow, I got me a chicken. I'm about to hustle up and save up some money so I could get some sheep, so I could get some wool. And it's just like, this game has sucked me in. And I kind of going to be putting it on the side due to the fact that Yoshi's Woody World is coming out in 2 more weeks. And guys, we have a contest that you can enter in to get a copy of Yoshi's Woody World.
Yeah, I thought about that after I said no housekeeping. I was gonna go into the contest details before we got into the news stuff.
We still got time because I'm gonna save the AX stuff because I played and finished Devil May Cry 5 and the review is up at this point, and so you guys have seen my score. I will speak more about that on Arsenal X. So for PlayStation 4, downloaded Horizon Zero Dawn, but haven't really played anything on PS4 due to the fact of doing DMC 5, getting that together. So now that I'm doing the Division 2 on Xbox One, I'll talk a little bit more about that later on too. But yeah, for Switch, I'm doing like mostly Harvest Moon. Gonna be jumping back into Captain Toad, like you said, Corey. Fire Emblem Warriors, I'm going to finish because I got some 2 days going to be off back to back. So at the time of this recording, I should say. So when you guys see this video, I have had those 2 days off, but I'm like digging into some Gamer Dude on Switch. Like literally, like I'm probably going to be digging into all 3 platforms and getting some progress done. Because I need to get back to my NX challenge. And get ready for the cavalcade of video games that's coming out because Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is also coming out, and I got to be ready for that before I jump into Yoshi. Because once Yoshi drop, it's pretty much Switch from all out until Days Gone.
Yeah, yeah. When Sekiro comes out, just be prepared for like 3 months of Nerds Gone Rogue proper podcasts to be just Sekiro all the time.
Well, you're not getting it, right?
No, I'm not getting it. Okay. I don't care about that. I mean, like it looks cool, but just From Software games just aren't for me. You know what I mean? Like I tried Bloodborne. I've tried Bloodborne, and I want to finish Bloodborne. I'm almost there. I'm almost done. but like they're just not for me, man. I like the idea of it, and like I actually don't really think Bloodborne's as hard as a lot of people make it out to be, because it's all about like mechanics and timing and patterns and stuff, and that to me, like, that's super easy to follow. But like, I don't know, Dark Souls is too slow, Bloodborne's not really, I don't know,
I always say that I respect Bloodborne. I think it's a good game. I just feel like Neo is better.
Yeah, I think Neo would be more
fast.
I think Neo would be more my speed. And like, who knows? Maybe Sekiro is like gonna be fast like Neo or whatever. But but anyways, yeah. If you want your full updates on Sekiro, just Matt and Moose, I'm sure will have a ton to talk about, to the point where I might just take a couple weeks off. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, that's what were we talking about? I don't even remember.
Well, the contest for Yoshi's Woolly World. We're going to get into news.
Yeah, okay. So we're giving away Yoshi's Woolly World. Comes out, next week, right? Next Friday?
Yes.
So, if this posts Tuesday, so like 11 days from now. So that means next weekend we will be, when we record, we will be announcing the winner of Yoshi's Crafted World. For the Nintendo Switch, we were giving away a North American code for the Switch. So it's not a physical copy. I'm sorry. That's just how we're doing it. So all you have to do is subscribe and post your subscription, a screenshot of your subscription in our Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/Nintendo Pow Block, or tweet at us and follow us on Twitter at Nintendo_P-Block. Tweet us a image of your subscription, or put it in our Facebook group with your favorite Nintendo memory. It's we've gotten a lot. We got a lot of entries, so yeah, I will be gathering those all up next week and making sure we are ready to give out that code. You'll be getting your code through email from our Nintendo Pow Block email account. So if you want to email us at nintendopowblock@gmail.com, you'll be receiving an email with your code through the email platform. So yeah, that's how we're doing it. And so enter. This is your last week to enter, and yeah, get them in.
Oh, and one more thing, everybody. I did get the grip fit, the fit grip, the one that you slide in.
Yeah.
I did get that, and I haven't posted any pictures or taken it out the box, but I will be talking a little bit about that and posting pictures later on this week, so you guys will be able to check that out. I literally just got it, just like, I need to start this, but other stuff came up, so I will be talking about that. And
Nice. So, all right, we're gonna get into some news discussions here. Where is it? Where did I go? Sorry, everybody. All right, so recently there's been some rumored or teased games about to come to Switch. I know PAX is coming up, and I know Jason and Jeff are going there, so you can follow Mr. Hefe and Gimpy J with 2 Ys on Twitter and on Instagram, and you can find their PAX excursions there.
Yes,
I went last year, and it was a fantastic time. I would have gone this year, but baby happened. So, and apparently diapers are more important than me having a good time in Boston. That wife, man, jerk. I'm just kidding. So I'm just gonna list these recently teased, rumored, or announced games for Switch, and we're just going to have a general discussion on which ones we hope, which ones are listed, whatever. So, Mutant Year Zero was Spot On Gamefly, which you brought up in our group chat. Very exciting. That is a fantastic strategy game. If you have Xbox Game Pass, it's on there. Check it out. It's awesome. I love the art style of that game. Speaking of art styles, Borderlands 2 or Handsome Collection was teased for PAX East. the image very clearly shows the main girl from 2 with the blue hair and the yellow bodysuit. I don't know any of their names. I'm not really a big Borderlands guy, but it showed a blurred out image running on the Switch. So really terrible secret. Sniper Elite V2 and V3 Remastered have been officially announced for Switch. Hyperlight Drifter Physical Edition is coming soon via Heart Machine's Twitter account. Castle Crashers was teased via Twitter, which I know Moose is really excited for Castle Crashers. I've never played Castle Crashers. I heard it's a really cool side-scrolling brawler.
Yeah, really good.
Originally came out on, Xbox 360, I think.
360 and PS3.
And then Killer 7 Extended Console Cut has been... it was suggested by the studio that... and I actually have a link to Nintendo Life in our show notes here. And the other rumor is that the Octopath mobile game might make its way over to Switch as well. So a lot of games to talk over here. We have a question listed here that we'll read as soon as we're done talking about this. But I want to read this Killer 7 article real quick for you, Ed, before we have this discussion. The quote is, I had a very interesting conversation recently with the producer at Capcom, Kobayashi-san, and we promised each other that we will make a completed version of Killer 7 in the future. Only 1/3 of my original script was used for the game, so there was 60% not used at all. So the complete version will cover all of my script. It's not 100% going to happen, of course, but maybe in the future we'll be able to deliver the complete version of Killer 7. I'll do it before I retire. So maybe a future project on a ways out. We know how Capcom's been kind of getting back into the swing of delivering fantastic experiences the last few years. Probably starting with Resident Evil 7, and then Monster Hunter World, Resident Evil 2, etc., etc., and Mega Man 11, of course. So
yes.
What do you think of all these games, Ed? There's a lot here. Borderlands on Switch, I know that was rumored for a long time around launch, and then Randy Pitchford tweeted out that conversations just stopped for some reason. So I mean, Borderlands on Switch might be cool.
Okay, so
yeah, I don't know. You've played Borderlands a lot, right? Or not a lot,
Yes.
but like you've played Borderlands, and you think
okay, this is my conflict. I would get Borderlands if someone else gets Borderlands.
Well, if you get it, I will get it, and we can play for Switch.
And we can, yes. It's
we'll
we'll
have to get Jesse a code and let him play with us too.
Yeah, I'll buy him one. This is the struggle and battle that I have with this game. Is that yes, I love the Borderlands series, and I do want to support Gearbox. It's just that Randy Pitchford, it was attached to it still, and I don't want to support him on that.
Yeah, he's kind of a questionable character, especially recently.
Exactly. Now, I said, because I feel like if they're going to do this, and the hint of Borderlands 3 is going to come out, Switch needs to be added on to that list. If it's not, I'm not buying it.
Well, if they're using the Borderlands engine, right, which they have no reason to change engines, right? Like I'm 100% sure they're using the same engine for Borderlands 3. If it's being, I know it's heavily modified and whatever from their kind of original version of Borderlands, but like it's still modified Unreal Engine 2, I think. And with some aspects of 3 in there, so I think they're working off Unreal Engine. It's going to be an Unreal Engine game. So whether it's 3, 4, whatever, like that stuff runs on Switch. I don't care if it runs at 30 frames a second. I don't care if you like make the draw distance less. I don't care. We're at a point where Nintendo versions of these third-party games are clearly making money for publishers to take notice, right? And there's I know that Nintendo isn't like their main platform, but it's enough to make publishers notice. You look at Bethesda with Doom and Wolfenstein, and I know that's not the same type of game, but it's still, those are still two really big franchises. And the fact that there's, by the time Borderlands 3 comes out, there's probably going to be, when do you think Borderlands would probably come out? This fall, I'm assuming?
Next year.
You think it'll be next year? Okay.
Yeah.
So, like, okay, say they're going to position it as 2K's kind of holiday game next year, right? You got to consider it for Switch. You have to. Multiplayer, take it on the go, play with your friends. That game is that game design is made to be played with friends. And what better way to do it than if you can take it with you, make it cross-play with the Xbox version if PlayStation doesn't want to play nice, that sort of thing. Make it cross-gen if you want it on, you know, the successor to Xbox One and PS4. Like, these types of things, the conversation needs to happen. And if it's not happening already, it needs to start happening. Because I know there's a lot of games out there that Switch couldn't handle because of the tech inside the Switch in general, right? Like, I don't think the Division or Anthem or those types of games would really run well on Switch even if they got it running on Switch.
Yeah. But
Borderlands, man, it's a simple cel-shaded art style. It's I mean, to be honest, like, the worlds are kind of bland and boring, you know? Like, yeah. And I don't mean that in like a derogatory sense, you know? It's like Pandora is a desert planet with you know, a lot of not so intricate landscapes, you know what I mean? Like, if Breath of the Wild, if you can have Breath of the Wild running on Switch, you can get Borderlands running on Switch.
Yes.
I mean, I think that's what I'm trying to say, you know? And I think Borderlands is one of those games that fits on Switch. You know, I know you come up with some games that maybe we disagree on, you know, being on Switch, but I think Borderlands is one of them.
Well, it's to me is that it's the Randy Pitchford thing to me, and I just feel like Borderlands 3 needs to be on Switch. Now, I would get it if it comes to Switch, because the problem with me is that, okay, if I'm forced to get this game, I had to get it on PS3 because I got the first one on PS4. I'm sorry, I got the first one on PS3 and Borderlands 2 on PS3. I got the Handsome Collection on the PlayStation. So I'm like, if I want to complete everything, I will have to get it on PlayStation. But I just feel like it is time now that you need some good visibility. Gearbox and Randy Pitchford.
And like I know well, just to play off that point you just made, like, to announce Borderlands 3, right, proper, and to announce, you know, some sort of Borderlands project coming to Switch, those are two very goodwill moves for them to, I mean, in general, to make Gearbox look good, but also I'm pretty sure Randy Pitchford doesn't want the focus to be on him, you know? and like, that, what a way to do that would be, like, hey, Borderlands coming to Switch. That would be one heck of a story for a lot of people, you know? That
right. And don't treat the Switch version like it's a PlayStation Vita. Don't treat it as because it has lower specs than the other two systems, it shouldn't be given no polish or no care. You treat Borderlands 2 the Handsome Collection, and if you're going to decide to do 3, you treat it just the same amount of respect that PlayStation 4 and Xbox One is getting.
Especially if you're using Unreal, right?
Right.
You know, and that is pretty optimized for Switch at this point. You know, I know there's some things technically that it doesn't do, but like, Unreal's pretty optimized for Switch, and if you have that game running on Unreal and you can use the tools to scale it to a smaller system, like, there's no reason that, I mean, look at Wolfenstein and Doom. Yeah, they're not the quote unquote best versions of the game. Like, they run at 30 frames a second. They use motion blur to make you feel that quickness, and the textures aren't, you know, the best, but like, they were handled with care, and they look great for the Switch.
Right.
They feel great to play. Like, the shooting feels great. The characters look great. The story's all there. Like, there's certain concessions you can make without cutting corners, I guess is what I'm saying. You know, and you were saying as well. Like, you can do it, right? Who cares if Borderlands runs at 30 frames a second? It's a co-op shooter. You don't need the 60 frames to be competitive, right? So, I agree with you. I think a good test for them would be, hey, we're porting the Handsome Collection to Switch so we can get our feet wet and learning the architecture of the system. That way, when Borderlands 3 comes out, it can be optimized, right?
Right.
I think that's the clearest path, in my opinion, for it. You know, I do know that the Handsome, if it does come to Switch, it'll probably be $60, and I know a lot of people won't care for that since it's $20 on the other systems, but I still think it'll give them the much needed practice to use the architecture. So,
right. Killer 7, I would definitely get. It's a game that I could not find it in the store. Capcom just didn't release it in my area, and I was going to buy the GameCube version. I was going to get the original Capcom 5, and couldn't find it at all.
I have it. You want me to send it to you for your collection?
I know you hold on to it. That's valuable.
Killer 7. I'm not gonna play it. I promise you. I will send you a copy of Killer 7. I have your address. It's saved, so it's coming.
That is true. Sniper Elite V2 and V3. That's interesting. That's good that it's coming. They're not big games or anything, but it has a fan base. Hyper Light Drifter physical edition, I like. I'm glad that is happening. I think that's going to be a good collector's game for a lot of people. So I can't wait to see that. Castle Crashers, of course, I'm buying. That needs to come to Switch. That literally fits on Switch. And because Behemoth did put a game out, Alien Hominid, they put it out on the GameCube, and a lot of people love that game, and I think that's what helped them get recognized who they are. So Castle Crashers, because it didn't come to Wii or Wii U or any other console, I think Behemoth is big enough and has made enough money that they need to put that on Switch. For it.
And then Mutant Year Zero was like the big one. That's a perfect handheld strategy game. I've actually been playing that as well a little bit, so it's really cool. It's got a cool art style. The characters are pretty cool looking. You know, it's just a cool game, and I really recommend that to anybody. If you have Xbox Game Pass, it's there, but to see a Switch version would be really cool.
Yes.
And then Hyper Light Drifter is getting a physical edition soon, they said, which is something I'm actually really looking forward to having. So, because Hyper Light Drifter is one of those games that just like, man, it's really cool.
And Corey, is it? Oh no, you guys could check our Nindy Showcase for that.
Oh yeah, it's in. I think it was what we ended with season 1 was Hyper Light Drifter. You should check that out. It's a fantastic game. Before we get into these questions, I know we have a question that has to deal with this. I just want to mention 2 other things since we are kind of running long. I just want to mention these last 2 things and have a little conversation on these. Yacht Club Games teases the new game they're publishing coming to PAX. Looks kind of like I tweeted at them. I said, if it's Ninja Turtles, I'm gonna die. Because it kind of reminded me of the arcade game where they're all kind of standing up on the rooftop overlooking a city, and you just see their bandanas waving in the air. And then Heart Machine, the studio behind Hyper Light Drifter, also announced their new game called Solar Ash Kingdom, which looks phenomenal. That art style, did you see the trailer for that?
No, I didn't.
Oh my gosh, dude, the art style looks so cool. Imagine, you know the art style for Faye?
Yes.
Imagine if Hyper Light Drifter was done in that art style. But in 3D. Like, it kind of has that vibe. But it has like really sharp like edges to it, you know, very a very boxy look to it, but still like really stylized and everything. I highly recommend you try to watch that soon. It's amazing. It's really cool looking.
I know they because they had announced it, but didn't nobody actually I didn't know a video came out of it. Like there was no video that I seen, and then maybe because it was just Twitter that it got announced and they didn't post a video until like later. So that's why I didn't know they had a video.
Yeah.
For it.
Yeah, if that trailer's out there, it's cool. It's man, it's got a really cool look to it. So we're gonna answer some of your guys' questions now, real quick. I wanted to get to these because I've had to move some questions around because we've been going along the last couple times. Just it's this show, man. Every time we say we're not gonna go long, we always go longer. So. Manny Hernandez asks, where's Super Shovel Knight and Shovel Knight 64? I don't know. You're going to have to ask Yacht Club, but those are two games I really want. I think it'd be really awesome.
They're not coming due to the fact that they're making a new game and they're tightening up the DLC content for Shovel Knight for the King's one.
Yeah, King of Cards. Can't wait.
King of Cards. And then they're going to get that physical and amiibo stuff ready. So they're working on that. That's their focus. So Shovel Knight 64 and the other one, no time soon. Don't expect that at all anytime soon.
Dude, but like Shovel Knight's in ukulele, and he's a quest giver in ukulele, and him in 3D in that world just makes me want like a Shovel Knight platform, like a Mario 64 style platformer.
I still want him now on Smash after seeing him. I'm like, oh dang it.
Let's see here. Ashley Davidson asks, "Hey guys, love the show. With all these games being announced or teased for Switch, are there any other standouts not out that you would like to see on the system? Just recently subscribed because of Nerds Gone Rogue podcast. Thanks." Man, I don't know. The big ones. I mean, the big ones for me. The Mass Effect trilogy is the big one for me that I would like to see. Mm-hmm. I mean, even if it's not on Switch, like that's just a game I would like to see those games come forward at some point.
I would love to see Spec Ops: The Line.
Yeah, Spec Ops is a great game.
Yeah, Titanfall 2 I have always mentioned. We talked about Dreamcast and stuff because I feel like Soul Calibur 2, I would like to see on it. Power Stones collection. We're getting great Neo Geo, so I'm not worried about that. I think I would love to see like a Dance Dance Revolution on Switch.
You know what I just thought of, Ed? It makes me feel old. I don't know if it's gonna make you feel old. This September is the 20-year anniversary of the Dreamcast.
Oh wow!
Jeez, we're gonna have to do a Dreamcast episode that day.
Yes, everybody. I will be with Corey for a while and doing some games. You know what? The Court games, KORG, that came to the 3DS.
Yeah,
I would like to say. I was thinking about this yesterday. I would love a music making game on Switch. I think there was one on PS2 called Club World where you can make house beats and stuff. I would love to have that on Switch.
We would lose Jesse forever.
Oh shoot! Me and Jesse might be throwing out mixes and stuff. I
guess I'd be running a solo podcast then because you guys would just be off making music.
But I would definitely love to see that, and we still getting stuff for Nintendo Online. So Kid Nick I would love to see, and this is gonna sound weird, but Shinobi. I would love a Shinobi collection to come to Switch.
Man, what a series, Shinobi.
Yes.
I really don't know. There's too many. Like, for me, the Switch already has too many first-party games to even try to remotely care about some of these third-party games. To the point where it's like, if I can just have really quality first-party games and the indies, like that's enough for me. There's some Wii and Wii U games I would really like to see come over. And even I would actually like to see GameCube games come over as well, but
yes. I have a very weird one, so everybody just I might get the title wrong, but
now hold on. Is this a weird one in terms of like Ed weird or normal people weird? Because like sometimes when you say I'm about to say a weird one, it's like the most normal thing I've ever heard come out of your mouth.
It's an Ed weird one. Ironhinder by Squaresoft. It was their one and only 2D shoot 'em up game.
That was for what, PS1, I think.
I think so. PS1 or PS2, but probably PS1. I would love that to come. I would love to see Square Enix actually do stuff where they were out of doing the RPG games and like actually publish stuff that they made that was an RPG. They don't do that enough, or don't do that at all now. So I would love to see them bring that shooter, tweak some things, but bring it back. And also Soul
Reaver. Legacy of Kain. Yeah,
Legacy,
that's something I think a lot of people are clamoring for. I don't know. I never really played that series, but I'm the way people have been talking about it lately. I kind of want to go back and like see what it's all about and everything. So, you know what game they need to bring forward? Blue Stinger, the greatest Dreamcast game of all time. For you audio listeners, that's just shot me the dirtiest look ever.
Y'all think I said something?
No, Blue Stinger is like this really weird Sega. It's weird because it's like Sega's Resident Evil kind of ripoff for Dreamcast, basically. But it's a survival horror game minus the horror. It's just ridiculous. It's basically this game where you're like this ship you're not really a ship captain. You're like this, I don't know, paramedic or something that's on vacation or whatever, and he's taking a trip to this island with his friend, and it's like this scientific island where they're trying to resurrect dinosaurs or something. The island's literally called Dinosaur Island, and you get off on the island because there's like this big explosion or whatever, and you're stuck on this island trying to figure out what happened to everybody and everything. So it's really funny. The main character is a big douche, and his sidekick is like the biggest, burliest dude ever, and he wears short jean shorts and a red bandana. So his name's Dogs, by the way. It's funny. So Game Informer did a really awesome super replay of Blue Stinger. I've watched it like 5 times. It's so funny. And the voice acting is just so bad. It sounds like somebody was on a landline phone calling into the recording booth, and like they just recorded it first take. It's fine. So
last but not least for me, Castlevania Lord of Shadows.
Well, you saw that there was a Castlevania collection rated in like, I don't know where it was, somewhere across in Asia somewhere. We might get a Castlevania collection. All right. This next question comes from Sam Hall. He said, what are your favorite third-party games on Switch? I think Doom and Wolfenstein are kind of the main ones. It's South Park Stick of Truth is great, too. I know Ed doesn't like South Park that much. But
Doom, Wolfenstein, definitely, I keep talking about Harvest Moon. That's become one of my favorites. Definitely Dead Cells is a good one. If I'm just
I guess indies do kind of count as third party.
Yeah.
But
Octopath Traveler is a great one for me. I kind of have to go, and if I'm going to try to keep indies out. So even though Dead Cells is one, Ikaruga, because that's not really indie, that's Treasure, and Treasure was a big thing, but for a lot of it, let's see, because I got a lot of Mega Man 11 is a great one.
Valkyria Chronicles 4 is a good one.
Oh yes, that one is definitely good. Okami HD, even though that's the remaster, you guys need to be on that, and you need to play. It needs to be in your system.
Dark Souls Remastered actually runs really well on Switch. I don't know if you're like into those games or not, but that game runs really well.
Luminous Remastered, is a great one.
Sonic Mania is actually really fun if you're a Sonic fan. I'm trying to see what else I have on here.
Diablo 3 is a must.
Oh yeah, Diablo 3 is like Yeah, I forgot that came out. Rayman Legends is actually a really good one.
Oh yes, Puyo Puyo Tetris.
Yeah, so those are.
Oh, Corey, we're missing a really big important one. Mario Rapids.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it's. I don't really know if I would count that as like third party.
It's Ubisoft.
I know, but I don't see Mario Rabbids coming in. Oh well, it's fine. Yeah, you know what? I'll give you that one. That's fine. Our last question for the day comes from Samantha Cross, and we'll try to keep it tight since we've been going for that hour already. Samantha Cross writes in and says, I was wondering with your announcement of restructuring your podcasts, if that means your YouTube content will change as well. Are you putting your videos on hold? I remember you guys announced some retro shows and stuff like that. The thing is like, all that stuff is still coming. I'm trying to get on a schedule of when I can like record content and do things, and you know, Ed and I work different shifts, so there's only like certain times of the week where we can actually do stuff together, and the past couple weeks have just been super, for me personally, just kind of stressful, and like I haven't really been doing a lot personally on anything, and I know that's my fault, really. Just trying to I don't know. Yeah, and I don't know. I'm trying to focus on, like, I think all of us, you know, speaking for everyone at Nerds Gone Rogue, not just us two, that the podcasts are like the priority. You know, because they're the content that gets consumed the most, you know, either whether it's downloads or YouTube or Spotify or whatever. But, you know, and to keep the podcasts consistently going is kind of our main focus. But I've been trying to figure out what we can do on YouTube that and you know, we talked about it a little bit last week, and like I want to refocus our channels for quality instead of quantity. I know we've gotten a couple comments on Arsenal X in particular, where like Jesse and I are playing some Squad Goal stuff, and you know, I see where they're coming from, and I kind of agree, where like it kind of feels like we're just putting the content out there to put it out there, and we're not actually, like, I don't know, we're especially the last episode of Squad Goals, we were like super frustrated, and it just, I don't know, it just became kind of like this thing, and like I like Squad Goals a lot. I want that show for Arsenal X to be like a staple of the channel. Yes. You know, I like that, and I like Royale with Cheese. I think Arsenal X actually has the strongest lineup of shows out of all of our channels in terms of YouTube content. You know, and with the other channels, like for this, you know, we have Nindy Showcase that just ended, and that show was designed to be a seasonal show. Yes. So, you know, that's not going anywhere. The retro show, the Classically Trained, which Ed and I have been playing A Link to the Past, like, I need to edit those. That's my fault for not getting those edited and up. So that's still coming. The quick looks are still coming. I just haven't had a lot of, you know, free time to record those. And plus, like, you know, Ed and I still need to finish Pod and Play for Nerds Gone Rogue proper, which I think we're going to finish this week with Jason. So, okay. So yeah, there's things that we could do to be more consistent, but it's also like, this isn't our job either. We all have to work and provide for ourselves and our families and other people that depend on us. So like, it's hard to schedule it out, you know, and we're trying, and I think consistency is a big thing that needs to happen, but at the same time, if we can't post a video that week, it's not going to go up, and that's kind of just how I've felt the last few weeks, you know.
Yeah, it's with me and Corey, we juggle a lot of projects. Yeah. And you know, Corey does a lot of editing, and I really want to help out. I want to get a new computer. I want to get some software. I need to still get like something that I can stream my Switch games with, because most of my streaming stuff comes from PlayStation and Xbox, and I gotta find time and be more committed to streaming that stuff, recording it, and try to get it out to you guys.
But I mean, you also do a lot too with, like, we're both doing like 3 podcasts. We both
right,
and like I usually edit a lot, but you also write a lot and do a lot of things outside of NGR as well. And just sometimes you just want to. Sometimes you just want to like play a game and not have to worry about what it's for, Right. Like, I've been playing a lot of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and it's been kind of nice just to play a game without commentating or telling somebody what I'm doing or trying to be a performer while playing a game. Yes. And it's kind of nice just to do that once in a while, which I know is wrong as content creators. Like, I feel like we should, if we're doing something, it needs to be content for someone, but there's sometimes you just need a game, like you said, just to enjoy. There's going to be some stuff from us that we're playing the game just for us. Now, if we want to make some content about it, we can. We could, whether it's through our writings, whether it's through artwork, taking pictures, recording a podcast or a discussion about it, we'll get that out. But sometimes it's just like, we just want to play a game for us that we enjoy, and that's it. Yeah. So, I mean, we're working on it, and we're trying to also reorganize some stuff and make sure we have like everything's, because another thing too, like I've been looking at, is like, I don't want things to come out on the same day as something else. Like Squad Goals is on Fridays and Royale Cheese is on Tuesdays. Well, I don't want a retro show to come out on a Friday or Tuesday, so I'm trying to fit all of our channels things together to get, have like a cohesive kind of flow to it. Wow, I did that naturally. I didn't even mean to do that. But yeah, the YouTube content's coming. Ed and I are gonna work on stuff the next couple weeks to get it out to you guys that way. And it's I don't know where I was going with that. It's coming. That's, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But I appreciate all the work Ed does. With or without me, he does a lot that a lot of people don't see, too. So, it's coming. Yes. So, plus I took it upon myself the last couple of weeks to like redesign everything because I was bored one day, and then I was like, oh man, this looks cool. Let me do it for everything, and then it just became a project instead of something I was bored doing. So that was maybe not the smartest thing. So, but anyways, we are going to wrap up this episode of Nintendo Pow Block. I want to thank everybody so much for watching. Remember, you can find Nintendo Pow Block every Tuesday at 7 a.m. Eastern Time on youtube.com/Nintendo Pow Block or on your podcast service of choice. Also, remember to get your entries in for Yoshi's Crafted World. Our winner will be drawn next week, and you will be sent out a code just in time to play the game on the following Friday when it releases. So you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Nintendo_PBlock. You can also join our Facebook group, facebook.com/group/Nintendo and like us on Facebook at facebook.com/NGRradio. You can also catch all of our content, including our other podcasts and shows, on NGRradio.com, including Ed's reviews, which Ed, I think you're reviewing Devil May Cry 5. Yes. So Ed, you wanna plug you? Yes. Plug you in. So you guys can follow me on Twitter at ThatRichardCode. You can check out Optional Opinion on SoundCloud and other podcast apps. The review for Devil May Cry 5 is up, so you guys could read that and see what I rated it as, and also going to be doing Yoshi's
Crafted World as the next game, and then following that it will be Days Gone. So keep up with that. I am going to be trying to get an optional opinion feature sometime next month in April, and hopefully get some stuff ready for E3, because with the big changes that's happening, we got to see how we're going to go about that. You know, so yeah, that's all I wanted to plug for you guys. And yeah, everybody keep checking out Pod and Play. Season 4 is up, so you guys can watch the latest episode, and we will be getting ready to hopefully to do season 5. And we have a lot of great games lined up for that. A lot of great discussions that we are really going to have. So do check that out also.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, you can find me at CoreyNHD713. You can also find me on Nerds Gone Rogue and plenty of other stuff around the internet here. So I want to thank everybody so much for watching, and until next time, we love you.
Bye, everybody.